This is going to be for July 8th through the 21st. We're going to do the typical spread that I do every week. A little bit later, I might expand to do different readings. But for now, what I'm doing is these every week. I usually put them out around Wednesday or Thursday of every week for the week coming up. And then I do a number of episodes. I was going to say episodes or videos called Talks About Life. Those are a playlist here on YouTube. I do those as they come to me. Some of them downloads and some of them just urges. And those are usually I usually post those kind of right away just to give you guys some instant content. These videos are usually recorded in advance. And then the Lighthouse alerts are also real time. Lighthouse alerts, if you just put that in the search, Lighthouse alert, Amy Satori, then you're going to get to see all the live energies that are happening actually at that time. Even if you go back to look at the video, it's probably going to apply to you. If you're drawn to it, it's probably going to apply. Okay, so new beginnings, you guys. New inspired beginnings. New passionate beginnings. New beginnings that make you excited, just so excited. I feel the energy I'm feeling into right now is oh my gosh, incredible new beginnings. I think people are finding out that their love has moved closer to them. If not physically, then in some way, shape, or form, their partner has made it easier for them to be together somehow. There's been an increase in finances, an increase in prosperity, an increase in freedom. When you get more freedom and space to expand what you do, a lot of light workers are being blessed with new homes. They're getting new beginnings all over the place, new jobs, new homes, new, just everything, whatever they are, they're expanding out because the universe is supporting the light workers to spread their light in an even bigger way. So that's very exciting. And whenever anyone becomes more free and more expanded like that, it's going to bring them to their true love faster somehow. So. All right, support. They want you to also know that when I say they, it means your spirit guides, my spirit guides, the universe wants you to know at this time that you're very much supported. You're very much supported, protected, guided, even if you don't realize it, or even if you don't know. You've probably just come out of a pretty dark time a bit ago. And now it's you're rising up brand new. This is your clean slate. This is your fresh start. This is time for you to really step in your power and show the world who you are. You're going to be the star that you are. You're going to be out there shining. And many of you listened to my Satori Show episode 138. We were talking about a lot of the masculine twin flames are the white lion with blue eyes. They are rare and beautiful to watch them come into their power and admit who they are, and stop pretending that they're one of the regular lions. So if you missed that episode, it might be a good one to listen to. And it also has an inspiring talk at the beginning, kind of explaining to divine masculines what the divine feminine is really about. Why she came into your life, and what her purpose is with you, why this big mystical experience with this beautiful woman who's drawn you in, this beautiful soul. Oh my God, you guys, this just popped out. So I was saying that. She's popped in your life for you to marry and to cut through illusions, to cut through disillusionment of the world and see more with your intuitive eyes than your materialize, and for you to walk away from that which no longer serves you. So whatever that was, it could have been just an unhealthy mindset, an unhealthy habits, unhealthy friends, unhealthy, unsupportive atmosphere, negative people. I mean, you name it, and you've done it. You've done so much purging, and you're ready to come out of the closet. You know, you're ready to let life really see you, and even if it changes everybody's perspective on who you are, even better. You know. Even better, because you'll be like, yeah, and it'll be so much better than you ever anticipated. Trust me, you'll be like so glad you did it. Okay, enough talking. All right, masculines. Okay. Well, it looks like this new beginning is causing the masculines to really look at things very differently. You know, they're seeing their self-sabotage like they've never seen it before, and it's giving them strength, and it's giving them hope that they can actually create a really happy future for themselves. It's making them make wise choices that will last a long time, you know, for the rest of their lives. It's giving them a sense of stability in family, a feeling of belonging. Oh, what's been coming up lately? It's crazy how the energy's tied together, but I've been getting a lot of resurrection in New York has been coming up a lot. And I know that this is like recorded in advance, but I bet this is coming up at this time as well because it's coming up right now. New York and resurrections. You guys have been resurrected. You guys have big time been resurrected, and now you're believing again. Oh my gosh, I just got that feeling of at the end of the movie Elf, like when they all believe and they're like crying and stuff. It's like you're there. You now have the strength to be a husband, masculines. You now feel more grounded, mature, and I'm laughing because the King of Pentacles is looking over at this, and he's like, "How did you do that, feminine? You tamed me. Look at that." She's like over there. She was petting him like on a soul level, just petting him, soothing him. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. So he's like, how did you sneak in there? How did you sneak in there and take my heart like that and tame me and tame and soothe my soul, soothe my fears, soothe my wonky way that I was looking at things? How did you do that? What did you do to me? Some of these masculines at first were like, did you cast a spell on me? What did you do? But he's really, really happy with whatever it was she did because he knows he's so excited and giddy that he's got this, this new future coming where you guys are going to like skip and jump and just be thrilled. I just thought of an Instagram that I shared. Nicole Kidman and Keith Urban. I've been to a Keith Urban concert. He was fun. That guy's got some spunk. But it's like the two of them were so cute. It's like they've got to be sold. They're like, I was going to say soul flame. Maybe they're soul flames. Maybe they've got twin flames that said no, or they said no to. I don't know. Maybe they're twin flames though. But they sure look like it to me. And that if you want to go on my Instagram and check that out, it'll have been a couple weeks ago or so. But it's really cute. They're like lip syncing to to their song in their car. And she's like, all just being silly, and they're both just being really, really cute. So you guys got to watch that. It's pretty cute. Anyway, he was really determined to get up the courage, and he did it. I think you guys have been talking. And if this hasn't yet, then this is to come, because this has a feel to it that this is what's caused that giddiness, the excited, the I believe, I'm sold. I believe everything you've been saying, everything you've been saying all along. You've brought me through the dark night of my soul. You were keeping me up at night, stressing me the hell out. And now you've turned me into this knight in shining armor, and I want to do things I've never done before. I want to write poems and write songs and make videos and do some incredible creative things with you or for you to show you my love. Now I can finally rest at night because we're talking and we're going forward, and I did it. I feel successful and victorious. This isn't his mindset. I feel successful and victorious in having transformed my thoughts to support me rather than destroy me. I've had an epiphany or an awakeness or an awareness of what this really truly is and how it can support me in my life and how incredible this blessing is to me. And I'm taking a risk on this new beginning, and I feel freaking awesome. He is so excited right now. He can't hardly stand himself. He's like so freaking proud of himself. He doesn't know what to do. And some of them, it's catapulted their success in their career, teaming up with you. He's so proud of himself. Oh my God, look at that. I mean, just look at that. Could there be somebody prouder? I don't think so. And it took a change in perspective, though. He was looking at things upside down, and he had to see them the right way. I also see a number 4 in there, upside down, but it's a number 4. And 4s mean stability. He's creating more stability in his life by making an offer to you. I wish you could see what I'm doing with the cards right here. This is crazy. I don't usually do this, but it's so cool. So he knows that you are his gift from God, and he's offering you commitment. He's offering you, it feels like a home. You guys are going to be building a home together, making a home together, living together. You guys are moving in together. You guys are going to be pooling your money together and starting to create a real life. Oh my gosh, it feels so good. And I feel like this is going to be a time in your lives that you're not going to soon forget. Be writing about it or documenting it or something, because this is, and those of you, so I just felt some of you kind of feel a little bit afraid, like, yeah, but he's going to pull back. Don't do that. You'll sabotage yourself. Keep a good attitude. It's not going away. This feels like the beginning, like a real beginning. Like this is not going to go away. This is no. Whatever's going on right now for you or is about to go on, this is here to stay. Because I felt into Christmas time being special. And I feel like not to blow it for anybody out there, but I feel like there are going to be some engagements around Christmas time. And I just feel like Christmas is going to be more special this year than it's been for a long, long time. Let that sink in. Let yourself really feel that, because it's like, it's true. You're not going to go through another lonely Christmas thinking of him, okay? It's going to be beautiful. At the same time, it's like, and being in that energy of anticipating that is helping you manifest it. So don't be afraid of getting your hopes up about it and really feeling into the energy of that and letting it really move your heart. That's going to help you manifest if you let go and know and trust, okay? You cannot doubt it and worry about it because you could self-sabotage. Also, as much as you anticipate and know that it's going to happen, drop it completely and have no expectation of it, because God forbid, should this not be about you, which hopefully it does resonate and hopefully it is you, but you don't want this to not happen and for you to be in a deep depression over it over Christmas, or have him pull back a little bit and then Christmas comes and you're like, deeply depressed when he's about to do something really special for you. So just no matter what, don't let circumstances dictate your mood. Stay optimistic, stay positive, and you're going to manifest all that's coming to you here. What's in his heart? A new beginning. Knowing that you're his twin, I was going to say twin flame, but that you're his true love, whatever type of true love that is. And I have different types of true love as a video that you can look up on YouTube if you don't know, if you're not totally familiar with all the different terms that I use. And I'd love it when you guys come see me at the Lighthouse, or we're doing readings and you're using all the terms that I talk about on here. It's so awesome. Because I have girls that are like, I have a twin flame and 3 soul flames. I think I found a soulmate and a love at first sight guy or whatever. And I'm just laughing going, that's awesome. So, but this one I'm tapping into for you guys today, he knows you're his heart's desire. You're his true love. And he wants a new beginning with you. And he knows that's going to bring a lot of abundance. I just feel so much love in my heart right now, you guys. I'm like welling up. I like feel this guy. I feel him and how excited he is. It's almost like he feels like he's a teenager again and he gets to start all over again, a fresh new start. And he knows this will work out this time. He just knows. He's like so confident about it. He's just like, I don't care what anybody would say to me right now. Nobody would be able to shake my faith right now. There's just no way. He's like celebrating. This is not the third party, you guys. The third party is gone and he's celebrating that. He loves you very deeply, even if he hasn't told you that yet. He loves you so much. And he's like, I feel him like doing this happy dance. This is the happy dance right there. I did it. I overcame, and we're going to go out for dinner and we're going to get this party started. And we are going to this is also a sense of community, a sense of belonging, a sense of hanging out and having a great time with friends. And, and he might even be telling his friends that he loves you. He might be admitting to everybody, I love her. I love her. And he knows that anything is possible. This is a hugely optimistic card about just really being yourself, authentic and vulnerable, and not having a care in the world in some ways, and feeling totally anticipatory and excited about what's to come, and feeling like, like I said, anything is possible. So he's just so happy. He's just so happy right now. And there's something with those animals as well. Oh. Do you remember in that episode of the Satori Show, 138, I give the exercise about making a list of your, okay. All right, so here's an exercise to do in case you don't know it, because maybe you didn't watch the episode, but you take a piece of paper and you put a queen's throne and a king's throne next to each other. And then you draw all kinds of symbols and colors and anything that represents who you are as a person at your core, and then symbols and things that help you decipher your masculine. So, if you think it's cool for a man to have a tattoo, and you've always wanted a guy with a tattoo because somehow that's really appealing to you and you just think that's really sexy, put a tattoo on his throne. If you think smoking cigars is really sexy, put a cigar on the throne. Whatever you think is kind of sexy for a man, or a certain symbolism. If you think that you want him to be committed to you forever, put 2 swans looking at each other on the throne. You can have so much fun with this and then get creative with it. But anyway, I feel like that's coming up right now because I feel like it came around full circle. Whatever those women that did make that, draw that throne, or even if you haven't, if you've known what you've wanted, you're seeing it come around to fruition and you're seeing it come around full circle. And you're like excited to see that it's manifested. And here he is on that throne. And he's exactly like, you know, and that part of that exercise is to help you decipher which one is the one. For the feminines, it's like you've got all these different options, most likely. And if you're having a hard time trying to figure out which one's going to last the longest and be the most harmonious or beneficial to you, then you're going to see all those signs and symbols start to appear when you're dating that guy and when you're out with him and when you talk to him, those things will come up and come out and make you want to celebrate. And I know this is the masculine, but I'm just reading into these energies. So he's feeling very, very optimistic and excited about having a bright future with you. And just finally, he's like, I came out as the white lion and I'm going to really, or the peacock even. Peacocks are the same symbolism or similar to what I'm talking about. It's like, I am now not going to be ashamed of who I am. I am going to be who I am. I am what I am. And now he's like really kind of excited to team up with somebody that is going to be really supportive of him in that. And he knows he'll be flying high. You know, they'll both be flying high as a result of, that's what makes a power couple. They support each other in their own desires and needs and dreams, you know? So in his actions or his overall space, he's working very hard to create a good, solid foundation of community belonging and a feeling of home and maybe moving in. He's also working hard to improve his communication skills in order to make that happen. Maybe he hasn't been the best communicator, or maybe he feels a little insecure about how to talk about his feelings, or he feels a little insecure about speaking his truth yet. He's not mastered being himself yet. You know, he knows that's the area. You know, once you have like declared that's where you're going in life, there's a certain like a spillover effect. You know, it's like you've turned a corner and you know you're never going back. You know, so there's that, but there isn't quite yet the feel of kind of and I've been myself this way for years now. So I'm this grand master of my authenticity. You know, that takes a little bit of time. You still got a little bit of like people pleasing in there sometimes, perhaps, or saying things brash, you know, stuff like that you don't mean. But he's working really hard to do that. And he's also, I feel like he's been spying on you and watching you for a while. And he kind of has an idea of what you want and what you like. And he's building up some money to, you know, to get a house for you guys, or to build an empire with you, or working hard to marry you, to get married to you, because this is a marriage card as well, and a cohabitation card, and a twin flame card. So maybe he's been doing research on what it is to be a twin flame because he wants to be on the same page as you. Maybe, maybe he's just really looking into that whole thing so that he can like talk your language or something like that as well. Like maybe he's like, I believe in this whole, maybe that's part of like, I believe in this whole twin flame thing now. And you and I can now talk about it openly and kind of hash it out. Kind of get on the same page. There's some studying involved here, I believe. All right. In the future, he's definitely going forward out of this feeling of lack. Like he felt kind of trapped in that old life. And oh, look at him. He's like looking at those people and wanting to offer his coin. Aw. It's like he's starting to have compassion for people he's seeing with new eyes. With that hanged man earlier, he's seeing with new eyes. He's actually becoming more compassionate and more loving even toward other people that he doesn't know, strangers. He's like, look, I've got $20 in my pocket, and I know that's kind of a stretch for me to give away, but here, you look like you need it more than I do. Have a meal. Maybe they've been doing random acts of kindness, I feel. Oh, that's so sweet. You've inspired this in them, you guys. They're giving more. They're not so much in that space of like really holding on to their money as if their money means everything to them. They're being more generous with their money. And he's also wanting to bring you in from out in the cold, both of you, and go forward steadily but surely. It also has a feel to like he wants you to get up on that horse in back of him, and he wants to just like be steady and stable. That's like a Clydesdale or something. It's like one of those draft horses that are super strong. And it's like going to take the two of you through some kind of uncharted territories during this new beginning, this time of new beginnings. And he wants to be sure that you feel safe and that you guys take everything, treat it with care, and maybe even talk about magic and synchronicities. I feel is coming through, and telling your secrets. He wants you to feel like you're safe with him, like you can tell him anything. For both of you, he wants to produce an environment of support where he feels like if he supports you in that way and live with this unconditional love, like I'm here to hear everything you have to say. I really do want to hear it. I'm tired of keeping you locked out. I want you in my heart and buzzing around like a bee, like a little queen bee. It's funny because I just saw that in the little sunflowers in this card as well. But he wants you to be his queen bee, and he wants to take really good care of you. And he wants to make a safe place for you guys to be able to have this new beginning, started on a foundation of honesty, integrity, and expressing your deepest, darkest things and feeling good about that. And she's like, really? Can I really? And he's like, absolutely. Like, I want you to feel loved. Something also about him feeling abundant enough that he could give his money away or spend it on this new beginning without fearing. He's not being a curmudgeon. He's not being a he's not holding on to his money as the most important thing anymore. He knows that was self-sabotage. He's getting to some deeper truths now with that Hanged Man again. He's even like, he's willing to like fight people over you. And he's just like, he's just seeing things for what they are. And he's more solution oriented than problem oriented now. He's known for quite a while the direction he's going, where he feels like he can be really himself. There's a reason I'm covering that up. That staff is like permanently adhered to that wall. It's like bolted in. So I cover that up because he's taken that staff that's free and he's just going to go out and explore that territory now. He feels like he's got this bright future ahead of him, that he's going to be a star, that she's going to be a star, and that they're going to have their wishes fulfilled with one another, and then it's going to feel pretty peaceful and amazing. He can't wait to see like what that's going to be like. He's been daydreaming about it for a while, and he just can't wait to see what it's going to be like in reality when you guys really go full into this. Yeah, I feel like you guys have been talking. And if you haven't, like I said, you're about to be. 3, I get 3. I don't know, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. Maybe 3 conversations. I don't know, 3. When I said that, came up. All right, feminines, how are you guys feeling this week? Okay, I just saw reindeer. Why reindeer? Wildlife. At Christmas. Reindeer, woods, cabin, snow. Interesting. I think it's just going to be a magical Christmas. I know this is really early to be talking about Christmas. What the hell? The other The other day, I had some kind of intuitive flash about an animal that I felt was going to pass away. And then I got Frosty the Snowman that was kind of stuck in my head. So I had to warn someone, I think your animal might pass away around the holidays. So the fact that it's coming up right now might be a warning for you guys as well. If you have a pet with health conditions, or I just got a yes, a pet with health conditions or a pet that's elderly or something like that, it might be passing away over the holidays. But treat it as a gift from them to you. It's like they know you're beginning a new life and they need not be a burden on you anymore and they're ready to go. So find some peace in that and know that this is planned, because obviously you're being warned now. And everything ultimately happens because it's supposed to. So you can always talk to me or do a private session with me, and I can talk to your animal for you as well, be like even now or after the fact. Okay, feminines. They've also got the Four of Wands. Wow. I love how they marry each other every week. It's just amazing. Aw. They also feel like anything can happen, like anything is possible. Like they can really, truly just be themselves with him. There's such a feeling of peace with this. It's like she waited so long for this to happen. And now she's like resting in his arms, and symbolically, energetically, and maybe even physically. She's just resting in his arms and finally knowing the truth and being able to just be herself and show herself to him. Because while he was spying, he was getting an idea for who she was. But actually talking to her and being involved in her world, has really enabled her to feel validated, like, okay, you are really seeing the real me, and we are really able to be real with each other. And it feels really good. So she's willing to put the effort into this relationship because she can't get you off of her mind. She is so nostalgic about this connection, and she's been working hard on her career and building money and saving money so that you guys could have anything, and anything is possible feel. She is wanting you in her world, masculines, and she is feeling very, very sweet, a sweet connection to you. And she will do anything it takes. She'll work very hard, both at her career and in establishing this sweet, playful connection you guys once had before, once again, through being vulnerable herself. Both of you feel optimistic about a brand new beginning and an end to an old chapter and the brand new beginning of a new one, a clean slate. If this doesn't talk about an optimistic clean slate, I don't know what the heck would. So, and it's because she made, interesting. She's been listening to her intuition, making some major judgment calls without him on the scene. She's had to make purchases, all that money. She's had to, she might have bought a home, or she might have, she's had to make some big decisions, and just had to intuitively feel into whether that was a good decision for her and her masculine or not, because they weren't talking. Now they're talking. Now they're talking a lot. But, but there was a time when she was just kind of going blind because she didn't know what else to do, but she wanted to be in her power. She wanted to bring them in from out in the cold and feel successful and victorious in having done that. She wanted to even take the lead if she wanted to. She was being a little controlling, she was like really wanting to do something to control the outcome, but she had to let go of that to make those judgment calls in her life and to kind of turn that wheel of fortune in her favor and feel optimistic and hang on a second. I have my zapper on me. Gotta move from one side to the other. Okay, there we go. So, she's also feels victorious with her money. She feels like she's starting to turn a corner with money. Like she's feeling successful. She's feeling like a star. She's feeling like a leader in her own right. And she also feels victorious because they have been talking. They've been talking and getting on the same page with each other, which has put her in her power, and she feels validated. She feels very validated by this. And I feel like some of you were just watching this video because you were like just wanting the validation that it's going to keep going forward in a good way. She doesn't, she's got that insecurity that that maybe it's gonna retract back or something, but it's not. It's going forward. And that's on her heart. In her actions, she's also she's getting past her worries and insecurities now, and she's talking to him about what she truly desires in her heart. If you guys haven't watched my video on how to ways to nurture yourself, that might be a good video for you to watch. Maybe that's why the zapper's trying to get our attention right now. Let's see. But I'll just turn it off for now. All right. There's a reason that just happened as well. So the box is green, right? Green zapper. I'm wearing a green shirt, and I was just rubbing my chest. So and I've got this pink hair here. This is your heart chakra having opened, and she's being open-hearted. She's offering herself completely to him. She's offering her commitment because she knows that he is her heart's desire, of course. She knows this is a gift from God. She's been worried whether it would happen or not. She's had trouble trusting life that it's really going to happen. But now she realizes that, that those fears were unwarranted. The blindfold's been taken off now, and she sees that gift standing in front of her. She sees her masculine standing there offering this gift. And she's like, wow, we can create anything together if we want. Like, what do we want to create? So she's sitting there going, this is a genie saying, anything you want. You got 3 wishes. So she's thinking really hard on like, what are those 3 wishes? Because anything's possible. What are the 3 things that I want most that I can convey to my masculine right now? Because we're going to make it happen. And it might have to do with money or some kind of an opportunity, maybe relocating or doing a new job or working together or something like that. I feel like the 3 of Pentacles is kind of there hidden too. Anyway, though, she's getting past these worries, coming into a time of abundance. Because she too has had some epiphanies and made some serious judgment calls. Things that have brought her more stability. Things that have kind of set them up and given them a foundation of sorts. She's had some great epiphanies and realizations about this connection in regards to her own stability. She put herself first and said, you know what, if he's not going to show up on the scene, I'm just going to go ahead and create my own happiness and my own stability now. And then that made him have to make some major judgment calls. He's like, oh crap, she's like moving on without me if I don't do something here. So it kind of rose him up from out in the dead, and she caused a reconciliation to happen because energetically it's like he was really feeling that. He's like, she's waking up right now, like she's having some really bright ideas, and I want to move in with her. I want to take this to the next level at the very least. And so I feel like she even got some signs about what to do about her stability, like maybe some dreams or some signs kind of pointed her in that direction. And she's like, what? I can do that? I can get a house by myself? Like, what? Are you kidding me? Didn't even tell me to do that. I've just been waiting around for him. And then all of a sudden this opportunity drops in her lap and she's like, holy crap. Whoa, I can't I? Or I can get a better place, or I can get that better job. I am qualified. It's like the universe is like, well, yeah. And we want to empower you because you're a light worker. You got all this light around you. You got a halo. We want you to be successful. The angels are calling you forth. They're like summoning you. That's like, you're like the Pied Piper. You got to follow that angel and do, what's being called of you to have more stability in your life, more happiness in your life. the universe really wants you to be happy, really happy. And it's going to do whatever it needs to get you to that place. Some of you feminines had to have something sudden happen or something kind of fall apart for you to have the courage to go on this new adventure. Maybe, sometimes when these tower moments happen, you're like, oh no, something must be going wrong in my life. And it's like, no, actually quite the contrary. You've gotten your vibe so high, where you've broken through some major purging events, and you've gone through, enough stuff to where your load is lighter, and now you're ready for like the next level, another alternative reality where things are just totally working out for you and turning up roses. So a major shift or kind of an earthquake thing happens in your life to shake you loose of that, so that you'll have the courage to go forward. And, as insecure as you may feel about this new venture, it doesn't matter, because you're going to just have a blast. You're going to have a blast in this new chapter. And you're going to be offered love by this knight in shining armor. Partially because you've also kind of soothed him. You helped him get away from his worries. This could be a relocation too, by the way. But you've soothed him with your emotional maturity. While he was watching you, you like soothed his heart. And your emotional maturity, your emotional intelligence got you away from all your worries all along on your path and brought this offer in. You manifested this bad boy right here. This is the white lion with the blue eyes. Does he have blue eyes? You can't really tell. They kind of look like green eyes. I don't know. Is it blue, green? I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. But look at, she's ready to receive his cup. Look at that. Just look at these two for a minute. She looks relieved, doesn't she? Oh, thank God. Here he comes. He's bringing his cup. He's not bringing a sword. He's bringing a cup. And the sword is great. The sword is awesome. Knowing the truth and having good, clear communication is awesome. Having boundaries is awesome. But this is love. He's coming with love. This is romance. This is like breaking past friend. She's over here going, I thought you were just calling me your friend. And he's like, no, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I love you. Hey, girl. What's up? What are you doing? So, see, she's like the knight in shining armor showing up with her cup. Except she wants me to give her my cup by taking her for a walk. So, she's moving past the regret and disappointments she's had in her own life. And she's holding on to this connection she feels will last the rest of her life. She's also uncrossing her arms in terms of like being really stubborn with him, because she knows that he is her ultimate investment in her future. And she wants to get past the feeling sorry for herself. And she's breaking free of this, feeling sad and feeling sorry for herself and acting like kicking the can, like just like things aren't working out. She was holding on to that for a little bit. She was like, when she was being stubborn, she was not believing in this connection. You know, she was like, it's never going to happen. You know, she was holding on to her money. She's like, well, may as well just like hold on to my money and make that my focus. She became more on her masculine side. She started focusing on money because she wasn't looking at those 2 cups. And then he called or came to see her or something, and dun-dun-dun, this has been resurrected. The dream has been resurrected. So she knows that she can have all of this with him, and she wants to strive to make this happen. Her heart's in it. Her heart and soul is in it. Masculines, she loves you. She will do anything for you, and you guys can build something really incredible. A dynasty is what I just got. The legacy. So she wants to build with you, though. She wants to build a strong future with you, and you guys can make this happen. So hang on a second. You guys have really broken through some stuff this week, or soon will. You guys have really broken through some major, okay, so this reminds me of, it really has a feel to that, you finally just start getting to know each other. Your guards are dropping, and you're finally feeling some real optimism going forward. How awesome. Okay, so, we're going to do an extended reading, and in the extended reading, we're going to pull some oracle cards for some more guidance. We're going to do a light language blessing to help you with all of these, help make all these energies come to fruition faster, or just give you some support and protection and stuff around these energies. But for some reason, they wanted me to pull some more cards here. Oh, okay. These just fell out. Oh. The universe wants you to know that they're bringing you both in from out in the cold, that this truly is a gift from God you're being given. There's a commitment here. There's something real here that's beginning. And you guys deserve each other. You guys are each other's heart's desire. So cuddle each other, be glad you're in from out in the cold. Get warmed up by the fire of each other's love, okay? Yay. Have a great week, you guys, and please report down below all the goodness that's happening for you guys. It's really beautiful, and we'll go into the extended reading now. The link for this is down below this video. All right, talk to you next week. Bye.